Hey, what's going on, guys? This is the Emberspike Depths veteran mode on Kingdom Rush Frontiers. Got Aleric, level 10, all of the upgrades. Final level. Let's go. Finally. Wake up. Crash. Wake up. So, this is the final level of the campaign mode. Start off with a Necromancer Tower, right hand side, and soon to be Necromancer Tower on the left hand side. So you have your level 2 Archer Towers towards the front, and then quickly upgrade the Necromancer Tower in the back. The idea is that the Archers will soften the guys up, Necromancers will finish them off, spawn some skeletons early. There are a lot of little guys weak to Archers, especially, also fairly weak to Mage, so you can see already you're getting a lot of skeletons. They will act as a pseudo barracks. You do have to be careful though, these little blinkers, because I had a couple of resets just for these guys, and that was really the only part I struggled with until the final boss, but we'll get to there. So quickly, after you get your Necromancer Towers, try to upgrade to the crossbows, because we're going to be building a lot of them. You can see those 4 towers in the center, kind of make a box. Those are all going to be crossbow towers. And it is kind of expensive because you have to clear a lot of the rubble. It's 200 each. So just balance that with upgrading your towers. You don't want to necessarily clear everything and have no towers first, because then you might struggle to kill guys. But build it when you can. Just know that this is our setup. The 4 level 4 archer towers in the center, and then Necromancer Towers. Your hero can stand on the right or the left-hand side. I think he's better on the right-hand side. I struggled more on the right-hand side. I feel like they have less space to move. You just want him there for that stalling power. The right-hand side, the right-hand side is where you want the hero. Left-hand side more or less takes care of itself as long as you have enough archers. So we are slowly building to our ideal build. Aleric just being a tank. Wave 7 is kind of free because of all the flying guys. Whenever you see these flying waves, it's a free wave. You get money. Your Archer Towers just absolutely destroy them. Same thing with the Necromancer Towers. Going on to Wave 8, you got these little invisible dudes again, and they're annoying. This could cause some leakage. We're going to go ahead and build a barracks in the very back. You can see on the left-hand side, center, and the right, I now have a barracks in the back. And I will be upgrading these because they do a bit of damage to your barrack guys. You just want the barracks to be strong enough to stall them out so the Necromancer Tower and the Archer Tower can kill them. And try to keep them in range of the Necromancer Tower and the Archer Tower so they can actually hit them. You don't want the barracks doing damage by themselves because they're just not very good at that. So, level 3 on the left-hand side, level 2 on the middle. You have the brutes coming. Thankfully, the Archer Towers just absolutely destroy those things. Despite having a lot of health, they have no armor, so they just get chipped down if they're the only ones being focused. Now we have 5, 7. Yeah, 7. Can't count tonight. 7 fully upgraded Archer Towers, soon to be more. On the right-hand side, we're building into our favorite tower, one of our favorites, the T200, aka the Mechas. These guys, we're not going to be doing any Wasp missiles, but they will stand next to the Necromancer Towers, and they will do a lot of damage. Nice splash damage, lots of guys. They will get clumped up, especially towards the final couple waves. Try and distract the summoning dudes as much as possible. You can see I have my hero on the right-hand side doing that, dropping reinforcements on the left. They do summon a lot of guys if they are not distracted, if they're not kept doing it. But you can see on the left-hand side how fast that brute dies. The Archer Towers are really good at taking those things out. And surprisingly, you don't really need that much mage power on this map. It's mostly physical damage because you got a lot of high magic resist guys and only a few guys that really resist archers. In fact, this is one of the only waves where you're going to get a lot of heavily armored guys. Most guys are very squishy, or they just don't resist the archers. So brutes are a good example of that. the summoners, all the invisible guys, the guys with the guns, really only, especially the guys, the flying guys. So the only things you're going to have to worry about are the guys with the swords. Again, I don't know the name, but high armor, a lot of health. You want to stall them out, kill the other guys, let the Necromancer Tower do as much damage as possible. We are cruising right along into wave 12. We are almost at our ideal build. You can see Mecha Tower now upgraded, clearing off the remaining spots, and we're going to be putting level 4 Archer Towers. So by wave 12, you really want to be building Archer Towers. Notice we're not really upgrading the towers that much once they're level 4. The goal is just to get all the towers on the map filled with Archer Towers, except for, of course, the barrack spots and the Necromancers. I did put a point or two into the Blackbirds, because those things are surprisingly really good. Especially on that left-hand side, you can see the one next to the Necromancer Tower and the barracks. That will hit all 3 of them if you put a Blackbird upgrade, and that will get you some crit chances and increased range on all those towers. Amazing. The Archer Towers with the purple aura around them are the ones being buffed. But primarily, focus your upgrades on just getting the towers. In fact, you'll see me save up a ton of money here because the final boss is coming, and he has a wonderfully annoying mechanic that will actually destroy your towers. So we don't want a ton of money into these towers, just enough to get us through, and we are basically at that point now. We have the 2 mechas, a bunch of Archer Towers, 2 Necromancer Towers, and barracks that are essentially strong enough to hold until everything else gets killed off. So keep on keeping on. We do not spend really any more money at this point. Maybe, I get the Dark Riders. That is a very good upgrade for the Necromancer Towers. Do not mess with the Wasp missiles. Do not put anything into the Pestilence from the Necromancers. You should be on autopilot at this point. Just keep plopping your reinforcements. Look for good rains of fire. Micro your Aleric so he doesn't die. This run, Aleric died a couple of times on me. He did some good tanking, but I was not paying attention as much, and he ends up dying. Still did fine, but it's better if he doesn't die. Another good rain of fire there, killing off that summoner and all of the dudes with the guns there. And we are cruising right along here, almost done, getting to the final boss part. Notice the guy who's standing there, the main villain in this game. He's trying to summon the god that is encased in the crystal. He will occasionally shoot lasers at your guys, and it's totally random. Basically, in that U-shaped pattern around the main area there, anything in that range can be hit with a laser bolt, and it will do a lot of damage. You can't really avoid it. So you need your Aleric standing up there to tank, so it's just kind of annoying when it happens. If you see your Aleric really low, maybe pull him back, but otherwise it's fine. It happens. We are almost wrapping up here, just killing off the remaining summoners and brutes. We are about to get into the boss fight. Very scary. Here we go. Look, it's moving. It's alive. It's alive! Master, please help me. Pathetic. What was he expecting? Now I'll consume the world. I am a god, you dull creature. So, here it is, the final part. We have 5,500 saved up. Do not spend anything. Go ahead and drop your Rain of Fire on the boss. His name is Umbra. And everything else is going to kill these shades he will summon. Notice Umbra will never actually walk to the exit, but the shades will. And they will count as a life if they get to the end. So you have to make sure they don't. But we are doing really good damage to Umbra thanks to all of the Archer Towers. Very good against them. And again, saving up your money because he will start to destroy our towers. And we want to make sure that we have money to immediately replace them. So dropping another Rain of Fire, trying to damage his little balls. He will form up again. You can see now he has a little bit of health. Well, he's about 3/4 health. So I immediately try to rebuild the towers that he destroys and get them, at least with the Blackbird upgrade, so they can start getting those crit damage. And he just keeps destroying our towers, but we have 4K banked now. We are totally okay to replace towers. And they just keep pumping out that DPS, and you should have no problem with this fight whatsoever, as long as you have enough money banked up. In fact, I was probably way too conservative here. I could have had like probably 3K going into this didn't need to have 5k, but could have spent more on upgrades if I wanted to. But anywho, just keep spamming out those archers, and he is dying really quickly here. Got a couple more. He's going to form back up, but he is on his last leg. I recommend you put Aleric right on top of him. He's going to stand in the center there and aggro this guy. It's very important that he does that. And that is it. He's dead. Very fast, huh? Especially on 2x speed. Victory! Hooray! Everyone's so excited. The assassin there. Can't see his face. Get a bit of foreshadowing here. Ooh. Picking up the crystal. Wonder what's going to happen. Anyway, that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.